want to elect a leader that will maintain that the Bahamas is for Bahamians, that will give incentives to Bahamians to empower themselves, to become entrepreneurial, to open a business for themselves. These are the leaders that I want to include in the future of the Bahamas, and those ones that have no tolerance for the Bahamians and their agenda. In other words, every single family making it, having a home, having a job, sending their children to school to be well educated. Not just educated, well educated, because the future will demand that our workforce have the intelligence to competently do the job as required. And not just as required, but beyond and above the call of duty. If we are intending to become a super world power, there are many things that we need to put in place. There are many infrastructures that we need to have tied down. If we intend to have our people as world leaders, they must be educated as such. They must be groomed as such. They must be trained as such. And they must be treated, therefore respected as such. And if we're going to go this right way, the correct way, then we need everyone to play their part. We need our leadership to lead. They must get the mandate from the populace, from the Bahamian masses. And when they are directed on what the Bahamian masses need in order to make it to the future, in our case, to become the next world power, super world power, then they, armed with this information, will go into the global market and meet with those leaders of various countries. Sit down across the table from them, face them eye to eye, and let them know exactly what is the mandate of the Bahamian people, what is the agenda of the Bahamas, and where we are going. I'm not saying you have to agree with me. I'm just saying that you need to know what you want. You cannot be following leaders that don't give a they do not care about you. You cannot follow leaders that don't care about their followers. You are, in a sense, being pulled around like sheep. That is the herd mentality, to be led. But our political leaders are not shepherds. They are not like the biblical Jesus that will bring you out of trouble, that will feed you, clothe you, shelter you, that will deliver you from death and take you to paradise. No, these are mortal men. These are flawed men. These are men that are capable of doing anything and everything for their personal ambition. I am of this opinion that the law in itself needs to be redone, needs to be reformed in any and every way. Our Constitution by itself needs to be reformed. How can we have a foreign entity as the head of state of a sovereign and independent country? We are in the midst of bullshit, and we would need at least 50 years to dig ourselves out of this. Our country is young, 35 years. But as long as the people are matured enough to realize and recognize that we have a destiny, that we must touch each and every one of our brothers and sisters and let them know that we are going on a journey. And this journey may not be a short one, may be filled with perils and danger, but it will take us to our promised land, to our destination, which is world power, world domination. And we could dominate the world without even shooting a bullet. We can dominate the world with our mind and our ability to outdo the competition. We are talking about Bahamians in the Bahamas. Bright, smart individuals, capable of doing anything they put their mind to, as long as they're motivated. But our leadership is not motivating them to become entrepreneurial and leaders for our future, they are motivating them to become slaves. They are motivating them to become, should I say, indentured slaves. They are not shackled, but the strenuousness of their time and the payment and the amount of work that they must be or they have to accomplish in a period of time and the amount of hours that they do it within a week. It does not justify the pay that they receive, the salary that they are given to take care of their business. I know what I want. I will go out and get exactly what I want. But not everyone is like me. I will not sit around and spectate. I am a participator. I will get involved. And however I enter, whenever I enter, and whoever I am against, I would want you to know that you are in detrimental trouble. When you see me coming, you must step aside, please, or get run over. I will not accept bullshit. I do not accept mediocrity, and I do not accept slackness. I want to be the best. And I do believe that my Bahamian people want to be the best. But we are not electing the best leadership in our governmental departments. The politicians that are vying for seats and candidacy are, in a sense, not up to date. They are not adequate. I'm not saying that they cannot get the job done. Anyone can get the job done. I want the job to be done well. I want it to be done on time and in time. I want it to be done on budget and in budget. I want it to be done expediently, but at the same time, properly. I want quality work. I want quality service. If we intend to have a quality people, we need to show the world the kind of quality we can give. We need to show the world the kind of people we are. But we need leaders to help us. We need leaders to pave the way, blaze the trail, and those that are not afraid to take the bull in their hands. Those in politics now, you know who you are. You're weak. You're mindless. You need to step down. You need to resign. If I have to call names and point fingers, I will. But you know who you are. Do not run the next time. Stay home. Come up with some excuse not to run. Tell your party leaders that you are not up to date, that you will sit out this time. And let those that are efficient, let those that have the willpower to run this country step up and run. But I will not sit back, like I said. If I have to call names, I will. And if I have to do the job myself, I will. I want to be a person, and I will be a person that will lead this world. I want my Bahamian brothers and sisters to be side to side with me. I want them to lead this world too. And if they do not have the guts, the will, and if they are not decisive enough to make a decision, to choose for themselves, that's okay. I understand. But that will not stop me. So, until next time, my name is Chris Rolle, and you were in the